welcome to everybody who's come along this evening to celebrate the children's artwork. Most importantly, to start off with, if we could thank everybody from the gallery for hosting us. Anna, thank you so much for making this happen.
Well, my artwork is just like this powerful person is like wants to get all the power from all these, and he's okay with that. And these people are trying to protest, so that's why this is the order. Yeah. Well, yeah. I made it like this because, I like dark colors and everything.
About these curtains, is it like a stage or a window?
Yeah, this is in the studio.
First they were immersed in arts, and also they were immersed in topics. For example, the eldest ones were learning about the Second World War, about Holocaust. They were reading Maus. They were exploring even the city and the arts. They visited the shoes on the riverbank, and then they started to create their own project. They found their passions. They found the social justice they were fighting. They wanted to fight for or against, and this is a time for celebration.
When you're 6 years old, you think differently in a good way, and there's a naivety because you've had less experience, but through that process of making and working with others and having feedback and developing an understanding of an issue, I think they've really got to embody that thinking more deeply than if it was just somebody coming in and telling them something.
My artwork is up there with that homeless man. It's about homelessness, and I saw a book actually that had a girl, or like an adult girl, that was all black and white. And then there were people who were in color. That means they were rich, or like they had at least a home or a car. And she did not have anything, so she was black and white. And then I had the idea of putting my homeless person black and white. And then I added a blanket. This is that I wanted to show that, in the old days, women were not allowed to go to school because they had to learn to keep the house clean. And I wanted to show that that's not really good. And I got a book for the wisdom. I've got the pink bird for a woman. And then I have wise woman's words standing.
My older daughter is 14 and my younger is 9, and they both have pieces in the art exhibition. The 14-year-old art represents the so necessary yet undeveloped but very powerful angry feminism. The little one is a very compassionate person. She's 9. She cares a lot about the helpless. Therefore, she put the word help.
This is my art piece.
Okay.
It's about gender equality. It's about you don't have to be known as a boy or a girl, because there's a boy sign and a girl sign.
fan?
Yes, a little bit.
Do you have an idea who he could be?
I know. Maybe a nice person.
What is your artwork about?
Well, it's about the Russia and Ukraine war, and I want the war to stop because the things are terrible what are happening now in Ukraine.
That is like that, just like the brown part here is this, and like that picture was shown like this is here. There is like a board for telling which like material is for what color. Some blind people come here, and that's why we made so for the picture and the second part for the blind people who can't see.
Expand the experience of an exhibition or art beyond the walls of the gallery. So that's why we thought that okay, let's make our focus street art, and we were looking for street artists who could come and join us, and we could work together and we could really expand our work.
But I am really happy to take apart this project, and I feel it's a little high level street art activity, this exhibition, and it's a really high level street art workshop and project. I feel I am like I being abroad.
I enjoyed it. I learned, so what did I learn? Well, we don't, in some sense we don't know yet. We also had you could also just tell that people did settle into a counterclockwise rotation both times. And so that's a new thing. We thought that maybe that would happen. We did some trials this year, so that seemed to be confirmed for the moment. Why does that happen? Why did we settle into this? It was interesting how some of the young people got really into it. Some were sort of so excited they didn't know what to do with themselves, and some were busy doing other things. So how to corral that and how to use that energy is something else we were learning that we need to think about.
So I'm incredibly impressed with the depth of learning and the process that these children have gone through. They spent 12 weeks going through a process of immersing themselves into what is a social impact artist. What does that mean? How can you actually have impact through art? They went through the city to understand what's already there and what others have done. And then they dreamed up a solution, they dreamed up a topic that they really cared about. Then they planned their work, how they were going to do it. Then they did their work, they got feedback on it, accepted feedback, which is a really hard thing to do. And then they redid their work again. And then today is the big day when they exhibited their work in public. And imagine the feeling when you're actually designing something for public exhibition, and then homework gets a completely different meaning.
One of the most beautiful things I learned was just that the most lovely reminder of being part of such a special community. The fact that everybody from the children to the educators to parents to wider community have caused together something that nobody can cause on their own. It's not about somebody having a really good idea or one individual being really great at something. We've got people who are really, really great at things. Pani with the art is just a lovely example of that. But how everybody's efforts, whatever their age, really cause something special tonight.
Equality and fairness is so important for the life.